Okay, so good evening, guys. Welcome to the post market analysis on 3rd December 2025. So, looking to the market, so let's start from Nifty on. Let's start from the 5 minute chart, the same chart which I show you yesterday, and we were expecting a flat start, and it happened the same way, and 26050 again the level, and from which it just break down to 25950. Again, it shows the clear level of respecting around 25950, and we had seen a kind of sideways consolidation throughout the day till say 230, and after that it again made a bounce, but it didn't last much, and it again shows a resistance near to 26,000, and all the key levels were respecting for the day. We were having some of the minor breakouts in terms of the trend lines, and see hardly 10 to 20 point 10 to 15 points will be the max to max on this kind of market. So that's what usually we used to do on the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, again coming back, you can see the market is coming to the low which is created on 25th November before that spike on 26th, okay, which made near to 1.24% upside. So again, expecting the market to show a kind of consolidation around this range, and from this range I'm still on a neutral to bullish way. Okay, so from now on, okay, so above 25,800, okay, so above 25,800 I am bullish on the market, above 25,800, and especially the nearby key level is 25,850. Okay, so 25,850. Looking on to tomorrow's market, what I'm expecting is a kind of a neutral market. Okay, so neutral market, whereas so this is the range, this is today's range, right? Okay, so this is the high of the today, this is the range which is created today, and what I'm expecting is more a kind of a sluggish opening tomorrow. Okay, so unless we need some great news that's coming overnight. And yeah, so what I'm expecting is a kind of range on this market, and it is coming below to 25,850. There we can actually plan for a reversal. Okay, so 25,850 we can expect a kind of reversal, uh, sluggish, and below 25,850 I am bearish. Okay, so 25 below 25,850 I am very much bearish, and the nearby levels will be again 25,750, the next 100 points, and far below near to 25,700 we are having a gap filling which is again pending. Okay, so 25 8 to around 25,800, again there will be it's a kind of a psychological level, there will be a kind of correction, but 25,750 will be more will be respecting on a higher terms. So that's what I'm expecting on Nifty tomorrow. Looking on to Bank Nifty, again the trend line which we were actually we had drawn last day. It on the initial market it breaks, but it again shows a kind of reversal, and on the lower time frame it's still under this trend line. Okay, so what I'm expecting is a kind of a flat start, but again 59 200 will be kind of respecting level. Okay, so like we expected, market just opened below to 59,500, and the 59,500 act as a support as well as a resistance, came below 59 to 70. Okay, so the horizontals which we marked yesterday, it really work. Okay, so 59,500 was the level which we marked day before yesterday, and yesterday also it uh, respected over here, and today based on this only, what we had drawn this trend line as well as both the horizontals. Okay, looking on to today's market, okay, so I hope I shown this as today. So today's market, it opened exactly below, breaking both the trend line as well as both the horizontals. So initial time during the first 1 to 1.5 hours, we are very much bearish, and after that a clear price action again formed a kind of inverted head and shoulders, and it bounced back and closed near to our trend line. Okay, so tomorrow also this will be the range that I'm expecting the market to be on the first half, breaking below both the levels, both the limits to the up and down. We can go for a long as well as short beyond these levels, and today's low will be a kind of support for tomorrow also. Okay, so that's what my view on bank nifty. So looking on to other overall market, so yesterday again the FIS are still on the sell side. You can see almost 3,285 crore rupees are it's a net value from the FIS sellings. And the IT sector, okay, the IT sector as well as selected banks, which is Wipro, looking on to IT, Wipro, we can see, as well as the ICICI SDFC also uh, shown a kind of strength today. You can see a rally as well as a kind of gap filling, okay, as well as on the ICICI also. So that's something which rallied the market. You can see the market shown a retest, and after that again. So overall, my view on the ICICI is still on the bullet side. Okay, so if we need to go to the or if it need comes to or turn down to a negative side, it need to break the level of 1350. So below 1350, I'm actually bearish on ICICI Bank. Okay, and looking on to the other sectors. Okay, so mid cap had shown near to 1% negative, as well as small cap is also bearish mildly. Okay, and the healthcare, okay, healthcare as well as if you see the sector or the stocks like the Max Healthcare as well as, okay, so let's talk to the Max Healthcare. Also we can see a good or near to 3.8% of drop down, and as well as Tata Consumers BEL are also some of the stocks that's come to the negative list. And the USD INR, especially the USD INR, the Indian rupee is still on to the weakening, and which is, again the FIS sellings is also one of the reason. And the global cues as well as the news from the Indian markets, from the regulatory bodies who like the GDP. We have some more data which need to comes back to back these days. Okay, so currently this is the view on Nifty. It reaches the key level after the reversal from 26,000 near to 26,325. It start reversing, so now it's the time for a bounce back. So on the upcoming days we can expect a kind of a short covering or a reversal on Nifty as well as on the bank Nifty. On the daily time frame, it clearly shows that reversal. So neutral to bullish will be the kind of sentiment on the first half of the markets. That's what I'm expecting for tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see you on tomorrow's pre